Hello everyone, welcome to Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. Today's video is on a classic Sudoku created by Radarvillage. I spotted this Sudoku on the Sudoku testing submissions page of CTC Discord server and I gave this Sudoku an attempt a while earlier. I found this to be extremely impressive, so I would request everyone to stay tuned till the end of this video because this is a logical paradise for sure. And if you want to try the Sudoku before watching the video, please do give it a try. The link is in the description. And what else? So before starting the Sudoku, I'd request everyone to please subscribe to the channel so that you do not miss any video from us in the future. And we'll also be happy to see you subscribing to the channel because that's the only way you can show us that you are enjoying what we do on the channel. So as usual, rules apply, standard classic rules. So each row, each column and 3x3 box in the grid has digits 1 to 9 without any repetitions. So let's start the Sudoku now. I'll try to find a fine balance between the solve I took and the intended solve path of the author. So with that, let's start the Sudoku. There is a 3 in column 1 and 2. That gives me a 3 here, straight away a digit. Now let's focus on 3s. No 3 in row 3 and column 9. So that gives 3 here in box 3. So which gives a 3 here, made possible by this pointing pair. Okay. I think that's about it with the 3s. You can see lots of possibilities for 3s in this box and 4 cells in this box too. So maybe let's look at some other digit. 8 looks nice candidate. So 8 goes here in column 2 and 8 in box 5 must go in one of these 2 cells. 8 in column 7 must go in one of these 2 cells. And if you look a bit closely, there is no other action with the 8s. Let's see the 7s. 7 must be in one of these 2 cells. 7 in box 2 goes here. 7 in row 5 goes here. And similarly, row 9 goes into the same set of cells, same set of corresponding cells. Okay, so I think more or less the pencil marks needed, the corner marks at least, I think have been made. I'm seeing another one, 5. 5 must be in one of these 2 cells. That gives 5 here. And rest of the boxes have too many cells for the 5s. Now let's start slowly getting into the center candidates. But this is the start that everyone would have done. Look at row 9. There are 3 possibilities. 1, 2 and 9, which are the left out digits in that row. And similarly, if you look at column 1, you will notice that the exact same 3 candidates are left out, which is 1, 2 and 9. So let's make the pencil marks. And look at this cell. It cannot be 7, 8 and 9, 3 and 6 and 4 and 5. So this is going to be 1 and 2. Excellent. So the moment I saw these candidates into these corner cells, I was thinking, okay, there is something clearly going on. So I decided to color them, keep them a color, because that is going to give us huge information. So let's color these candidates. These are clearly 3 different candidates, right? 1, 2 and 9. So let's color them separately. And similarly, we do not know which one is green and which one is yellow in that column. So let's just put them as both. But however, we do know that this will be red for both the row and both the column because it's a common cell. Now you'll see that here, this is a 1 or a 2, which means it has to either be yellow, green or red, right? Because yellow, green and red are taking 1, 2 and 9. Which means this is going to be a red or a green. It cannot be yellow because yellow is looking at this cell. So it is either red or green. Right. So now let's continue here. Now there is a beautiful deduction, guys. This took me a while to see, but a really lovely piece of logic, I would say. Look at this green here. As far as box 5 is concerned, green cannot be in any of these cells, right? And none of the given clues are 1, 2 or 9. So which means the green cell is going in one of these two cells in terms of Sudoku sense. Or you can say a placeholder, right? Whatever is in here has to be in one of these green cells. Now the green is looking at this cell, so this cannot be green again, because if you have a green, then the box 5 does not take the green candidate at all. So this has to be yellow and this has to be a green. Beautiful logic, right? Look how cleverly the box 5 is made use of to deduce the color of the remaining two cells. Now there is another beautiful can say delicacy here. Look at this cell. This is seeing both of these cells, which means this cannot be green or yellow and it has to be a red. And reds are equal, so there is no more a 9 here. It has to be a 1 and 2. This is excellent. Now let's continue here a bit. Okay, let's do some Sudoku stuff before we get on to some more complicated stuffs here. There are 4s in rows 8 and 9, so that gives me a 4 here. This could have been placed earlier too. And look at these cells. Or can we do stuff with the 4s? Let me quickly check. Okay, no more thing with the 4s. Look at these two cells. 2, 3, 8, 4 and 7 are straight away eliminated. So we can think of making some candidates in there. And this is going to be 1, 5, 9. Okay, and this has 4 candidates for now. So let's leave that. Okay, so another beautiful logic which I wanted to show you guys here. Look at this cell. You have a red here, you have an yellow here, and you have a green here. So this cell is being looked at every red, yellow and green, or I should say a red, yellow and green instead of every. So that means it cannot be 1, 2 or a 9, because red, yellow and green take 1, 2 and 9. So you can say there is an invisible triplet looking at this cell. So it cannot be 1, 2 and 9. So it is 4, 5 and 7. Because of these cells here, you cannot have this cell as 1, 2 or a 9. That is as beautiful a step as I have ever seen in my life. 3, 6, 8, 1, 2 and 9. So this is 4, 5 and 7. Okay. Now continuing on. Yeah, that's the extension of this step that we did earlier. We noticed that the greens go in one of these two cells, but look at this yellow here. Yellow cannot be here. Yellow cannot be in any of the givens. So yellow has to be in one of these cells, right? Now, same thing that we did with respect to this cell. Look at this cell. Red is looking at it, green is looking at it, and yellow is looking at it at this cell. So this cannot be 4, 5 or 8. Or 1, 2 or a 9 again. So this has to be 3, 6 and 7. But if you notice here, there is a pointing pair of 3s in here, which we made earlier. So this is a 6 or a 7. That's excellent, guys. Such a beautiful Sudoku this. Okay, now let's think a bit here. Okay, I think time for some marking, right? So 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Look at this cell. This has to be a 1 or a 6. You can't have 5 or 9 either, right? And now look at this cell. 2, 3, 8, 5, 6, 7, 9. So it has to be 1 or a 4. The only possibilities left in that cell. So can we do something more? Wow, this is nice. 5 and 9 are knocked right out of these two cells, right? Why is there a 5 here? I didn't eliminate that. There is a pointing pair of 5s in here. So this means this cannot be a 5. That's a 4 or a 7. And now where does the 9 go in box 6? 9 has to be in one of these cells. So now you have locked a pair of candidates 5 and 9 into these two cells. So this is a hidden pair. This is 5 and 9. Excellent. Now let's try finishing off column 8. Makes sense to continue along that column. 2, 5, 9, 4, 7, 8. And you have 6 not being here. So there is only one cell left for the 6. So 6 goes here, which gives a 3 here. The moment you get a 6 here, this becomes a 7. This is beautiful logic, guys. A really wonderful logic. Okay, now the 7 is forced into this cell. And now this is going to be a 1, 2 or a 9, and it is going to take yellow. Okay, so 4 is now made as a pointing pair. And that gives a 4 in here. So what can we do further? Wow, yes. Looking at row 5, look at row 5. Where does these guys go? 4, 6 and 7 seen together. They can't be here, they can't be here, they can't be here, and they cannot be in any of these cells. So that leaves a remaining of just exactly 3 cells to put 4, 6 and 7, which are this one, and this one. So in other words, we have a hidden triplet, a well hidden triplet this point in the Sudoku. 4, 6, 7, right? Oops, sorry. Okay, I just need to mark these in because this is already eliminated as a 6. 4, 6, 7, 4, 6 and 7. And there is no 7 here, so that's a 4, 6. Excellent. This is just a wonderful Sudoku. Okay, this column can be completed. 1 and 3. All right, so we are on track now. So 1 here removes 1 from the yellow, which means none of these yellows can take a 1. They have to be a 2 or a 9. That's nice. Okay, maybe some more pencil marks will help in reaching the destination. 6, 7, 8, 3 and 9. And I can't have 1 or a 5 here, so this is 2, 4. The reason 1 is not there is because you must have 1 in one of these two cells. In this box, you have 2, 5, 9, 3, 8 and a 4, 7 here. So 1 is in one of these two cells and 6 must be in one of these two cells because you have a 1, 4, 6, 7 triplet here, quadruple here. So there must be a 6 in here and a 1 in here. So this is going to be a 2 or a 4. All right. 6, 7, 8, 3 and 9. This will be 2, 4 and 5. And looking at row 2, this will be a 2 or a 4. And okay, 9 must be in one of these two cells in row 1. So this is a 1, 2 and 4. Okay, now we have something really appreciable if the ones we found at the start is not enough. So look at these guys. They are all having these two cells are having the same candidates, 2 and 4. The moment, if you have been regularly watching our channel, I've always stressed that when you see equal candidates at some different boxes, always look for cells which are seeing both of these cells because sometimes they will give rise to some candidate elimination. Both of these are taking 2, 4. Can both of these be simultaneously 2? If they are both 2, then in box 2, there is no place for the 2s, right? So if these are 2s, there is no place for the 2s. Now I think you must have got where I'm going at. Anything which forces both of these cells as 2 is not possible. So what can force both of these cells as 2? If you have a 4 here, or if you have a 4 here, let me highlight those cells as blue. If the blue cells take 4, then both of these would be 2, which is not possible. This is such a beautiful logic. I can eliminate 4 from both of these cells. And now look at this box. 4 has only one possibility in here. Has to be here. Gorgeous step again. Just gorgeous step. Okay. So let's continue. These would be 2, 3, 5 for the row. And this in box 9, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this will be 2, 7, 9. Okay. 2, 1, 8. 2, 7, 8. Just the possibilities there. Okay, I can do some Sudoku stuff. 2, 9, 2, 9, both are yellows. So this will take an yellow. This becomes 2, 9, becomes 2, 9. Very nice. And which means 6 in this box has only one cell left, has to be here. And that gives a 4 in here, which puts 7, and that means this becomes a 1, 4, 6 triplet. So let's remove all these stray pencil marks. 1, 6, 1, 1, 4, 6. Excellent. Wait, this was let me just go back a bit. I think I messed up some pencil marks here. Yeah, I got it. 1, 6, 1. So this is not 4 or a 7, has to be a 6 now. That becomes 1 now, that becomes 4, which means this is 2. This would be 5. And the reds have become 1 now because of this 2. I can place a 1 here. So the green is a 2 or a 9. Green is a 2 or a 9. So 2, 9 pair. So that gives a 1 here. Excellent. So the last left out digit in box 3 is a 4. This becomes a 2, 3. Excellent Sudoku, guys. Really wonderful. I'm glad I just got to showcase the Sudoku. 7 goes here, 8 goes here. All right. This is also a 2, 9 for the box. And 6 in column 3 has only one cell. 6 goes here. Okay, now you can do some fancy stuff. You have a 2, 9 here, and green is also a 2, 9. So which means we have a hidden pair in these 3 cells, which has to take the digits 2 and 9. This is not a 9 anymore. 5, 9. Okay, so 5 must go in one of these cells. And again, you can do some fancy stuff. You have a 2, 9 here, and one of these cells will take a 2, 9. So again, that gives a 2, 9 pair. This cannot be 2 anymore. So that's a 3, that's a 2. And these would be 5, 6, and 9. So 6 in columns 4 and 6, which means this is a 6. That's a 5, 9. Okay. Let's focus at row 4. 1, 2, and 5. So straight away you get a naked single here. This is a 2. Because 4, 6, 8, 9, 3 and 7 and 1 and 5 are eliminated. So that's a 2. So now we know the yellows. They must all be 9s. And we all know what is greens. They are 2s. And now 9 in box 5 has to go here, which puts a 5 here. And let's remove the color. And 2 in this box has to go here. So this is not a green anymore. So this becomes a 1, 8 pair. That is instantly resolved. 8 and 1. This is 1. This is 1. This is 3. And it's just about finishing of the left out digits now. This is 5. So then you have 1 here. Okay, this is a 9, this is a 3, this is an 8, this is a 5, 5 and a 9. Such a gorgeous Sudoku, guys. Really hats off to the author for illustrating a wonderful idea through the Sudoku, and it's aptly named. It's called Crossroads. You can see that at the corners, particularly at these cells, we were able to use the cross, kind of logic. All these cells, both of these cells were looked at by 3 candidates, and they gave a lot of information. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do leave a like and a comment under the video. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.